Assalamu alaikum, dear students of class 7th. My subject is English, and today's topic is the little girl. The little girl. It is from the portion of short stories. Dear students, you just open your textbook and you will definitely find short story portion, and there is a topic, the little girl. The little girl, right? We have three portions. The first one is prose, the second one is poetry, and the third one is short story. Short story. So this is from short story. The topic is from short story. So, dear students, the little girl is an adaptation. The little girl It is an adaptation of Catherine Mansfield. Catherine Catherine Mansfield. Right? Catherine Mansfield. In this story, the author says, in the story, the author says that all fathers, all fathers are not alike, are not alike. हर एक का बाप एक जैसा नहीं होता है, अपना अपना तर्ज अमल होता है, अपना अपना तरीका होता है काम करने का, बात करने का, बर्ताव करने का. ठीक है. सो ऑल फादर्स आर नॉट अलाइक. some of them show some of them show their love for their children in a particular way. In a particular way. They remain mild, they remain soft towards their children. Towards their children. They remain mild. They remain soft. Their approach, their attitude, their behavior, approach, behavior, attitude, their approach, their behavior, their attitude, it remains softened. It remains, they soften their approach, they soften their behavior, they soften their attitude towards their children, towards their family members, towards their children, right? But there are still fathers, they are very strict. They remain strict. They remain strict. They remain very hard towards their children. They too love their children. They too love their children, but they remain strict, they remain hard, and they give them instructions and advices. Instructions. They give instructions from time to time. They advise, they give advice to their children from time to time. They remain strict, they remain very hard towards their children. So there are two types of parents, there are two types of fathers we see here. Some show soft attitude, soft approach, but some are very strict, some are very hard, some are very hard. So this passage is about a little girl. This passage is about a little girl. And the name of the little girl is Kezia. Kezia is a little girl. Kezia is a little girl. Right? Dear students, this Kezia experienced a strict father. That means Kezia had a strict father, very strict, strict father. Kezia had a strict father whom she was afraid of. Kezia was afraid of his father. Right? Every morning, his father came to Kezia. His father came to Kezia. Her father came to Kezia. I'm sorry. He entered his room. Entered his room. Gave her a casual kiss. Gave her a casual kiss. Casual kiss. Who gave her a casual kiss? Her father. Kezia's father every morning entered Kezia's room, gave her a casual kiss, and then left for his work. And left for his work. Right? Knowing that he had gone. Knowing that he had gone, Kezia was feeling relaxed. Kezia was feeling relaxed because her father had gone to his work. Right? That is why Kezia was feeling relaxed when she realized that her father was not at her home. Right? As soon as He entered the house late in the evening. Late in the evening. Late in the evening. Right? Cassia's fear would have begun. Cassia's fear would have begun. She started fearing. She started fearing. Who started? Cassia. Cassia started fearing about her father. Right? So, dear students, she unwillingly went near him, went near him, and talked in a alert manner, stellar manner, in a stilled manner, right? She was afraid of her father, his approach, his attitude, his behavior was a bit hard, was a bit hard. That is why Kezia couldn't talk before her father frankly, right? So, dear students, every Sunday her grandfather would send her down. Every Sunday, Kezia's grandfather, Kezia's grandfather would send her down to the dressing room to have talks with her parents. Their parents. But her fear seemed approaching as it was like to handle a giant. It was like to handle a giant. She couldn't do to have a nice talk with the parents, right? Though her father treated her nicely, but still the little girl was had a fear, had a fear, and she couldn't go to talk frankly before her father. And you see, her mother was always reading, and her father sometimes sleeping soundly and snoring loudly. Still then, she was afraid of her father. The little girl was afraid her. Kezia was afraid of her father. Why? Because her father was a bit strict. No doubt he had a great love, affection for her, for his daughter, little Kezia. Still then, Kezia was afraid of her father. Right? So, dear students, it was all about today about the little girl. It is from the short stories. The topic is from the short stories. So, dear students, it is all about today. So, have a good day. Stay home. Stay safe.